I'm in BeamNG Drive 0.34, admiring this new GUI over here, and we're going to be playing some BeamNG Drive career mode. I started a new save when 0.33 came out, and now I'm going to be making a new one for 0.34. So as for everything new, specifically for career mode 0.34, we didn't get as much volume as last time, and really what we have is this new progression mechanic called the Challenge Series, and you can see a little bit of what that's going to look like over here. For the rest, there aren't really any other career mode specific additions, apart from just some general gameplay fixes and the like. Anyways, the infamous screen in which I get to choose my car, I have never chosen the I series before, so it looks like I'm going to go for this one right now. Not going to personalize the license plate because that's a waste of money. At least it is for right now, because we're still kind of poor. Anyway, here's the car we have. Basically, the goal for this series, at least in the beginning right now, is going to be exploring all the new stuff that comes with 0.34. Calibrate my pedals real quick. Which means we're going to be checking out the progression screen and stuff like that, of course. And after that, we'll probably be doing all the regular career mode things, because I don't want this episode to take 5 hours, for my own sanity also. I'm obviously going to turn this into like something of a series. If you want more career mode episodes, by the way, then I do have a bunch more on this channel. I was hoping to find one of whatever that new old timer was in the shop here. Then I would have traded my I series for that. That would have been funny, I think. Anyways, not there, so that's a missed chance I get. Anyways, whilst I am here actually, I'm going to show you guys this parts section, and you'll notice something new. That's right, a search bar, which is obviously fantastic. In 0.32, this menu was a living hell. In 0.33, we have now that it's divided into sections, as you can see, making it so much better already. And now in 0.34, we got a search bar as well, making it just that little bit better. Now, for the sake of trying out all the new things in this game, I'm going to see exactly how the progression screen work, and to do that, we're going to be trying the very first race this game has to offer. I would also say that generally it's not really a bad thing to start off with a mission right off the bat, because especially in the early game, that's really going to be the way in which we're earning some money, because all of the other methods that there aren't a whole bunch of are either kind of expensive to get started into, or will just not really earn you that much. Because yes, in this game mode, just like real life, everything's about money, of course. Anyways, one thing I did want to say is that I do actually have a wheel cam now. I use it for some things. I don't generally use it for career mode, but let me know down in the comments below if that is something you'd like to see me do. Alright, so it looks like the mission is going to be right over here, and it is called Basic Race. That is probably about how basic as you can get, and as you can see here, this has immediately changed a lot already. So we're just going to be using the vehicle required for this mission. There's actually multiple missions here, as you can see, and wow, this interface is just a lot more advanced, really. A lot more things you can see over here. Anyways, we're just going to be starting the challenge with the default settings. That way we'll actually be able to complete it for the rewards set. Here we are. Once again, this screen changed a little bit. Anyways, for first place, we've got a little less than $1,500 on the line. The game didn't really like this, but here we go anyways. We're in the Abyss of COVID, and so are my ops. Because the difficulty on this is very low. These cars are spinning out already. I assume that I'm gonna be able to dude, chill, man. Complete this first try, but we'll have to see, of course. I hope so. Just pulled off a mean ass overtake there, and if I can get a decent exit out of this turn and not get like pit maneuvered at this corner, then I think we're good. Later, losers. I definitely didn't race very well there, but I did what you can with a front-wheel drive car, and of course I finished in first place. Fantastic. That is the full rewards over here, and we also completed both bonus objectives in one go as well. And now here there's an unlocked series which is intermediate races, which I assume we'll see in a second. Okay, so here once again in the map area, I can see in the motorsports branch all the missions that there are available. There's also some new ones. There were two new, I believe, relatively easy, or actually it looks like there's three relatively easy drifting missions compared to, I think, the Gymkhana ones, which were a little too difficult. Not for me, of course, I'm a pro. Anyways, let's see if we can complete another one of these. For convenience, we're probably just going to be going with Pipeline Drive over here, and then I'm going to see if I can view this series, this series progress interface, because clicking on this doesn't get me anything. And judging by the thing that I saw when I loaded in, there is actually an interface for this that you can view, which I would like to take a look at, but oh well. Now, through some incredibly logical thinking, I think it's probably going to be on the pause screen. That would be very logical. Anyways, I'm inside of this mission now, so I might as well complete it. Wow, this thing is fast. Got a manual on our hands over here. Hold off and overtake right off the bat there. I think I have done this mission before, as it did also exist earlier, but I don't remember this car being this fast. Like, I'm just overtaking these people as if it's nothing. I think this config might have changed, or the game gave us a different car to do this mission in. And there we go, that is our third overtake, and we're on checkpoint 4 out of 12. Max Verstappen. So despite this obviously being my first try, right? Like, I'm in first place, of course, my first try. I think I actually did a pretty good job at racing. Pretty decent overall time, in my opinion at least. We'll have to see what we get here though. Bam, first place, first try. And the bonus objective was completing in under 140, which we did also complete. And there's actually another bonus objective, which has us collide with other racers at least 5 times. That's definitely not going to be difficult for me to complete. No way! This guy pulled off a clutch overtake and stole my first place. Anyways, that wasn't necessarily the objective. I just had to collide 5 times, which I've definitely done. Alright, fantastic. And here on the pause screen, I assume it's under this progress area. Here we have all of these things, which I know, but I think I'm going to be able to click on this now. And yes, here we are. Alright, so here, this is the motorsports branch, and there is different types of categories you can gain stars in, as well as general experience you gain for completing the missions. That was already a thing, but now there is series here as well. And oh wait, these are actually different. I thought these were I thought these were all just the missions that already existed, but this is so huge. Whoa. Okay, so there is the beginner, intermediate, advanced, and then series, which I just completed some races in, right? And then there's the drift series, which I know of, the rock crawling series, which I also know of. I've completed those missions before in other playthroughs. But these series over here, the beginner series, intermediate, advanced, commercial series as well, off-road series, are these all new? That's insane. Like, I've never seen any of these missions at all before. And so it looks like they are just missions that exist here. So this is oh wait, these are time trials. Wait, was this always a thing already? Because I know on here there is motorsports, like AI races, drifting, off-roading. Then there's deliveries, there's specialized missions, which is mainly police missions, and then adventure missions. But there was never time trials in career mode, but I suppose there are now. You still can't view them on the map for some reason, I guess. Or you can? I'm confused. Alright, so not sure exactly how this relates to the other versions, but either way, those are basically just all the time trials that this map has to offer as well, which I'm not sure if you could already previously access those in career mode, but you definitely can now. So that's quite cool, and I guess what is definitely new is the fact that there's a whole progression mechanism for it as well. So previously, I know that there was also already this thing that you unlock new missions after completing some of them, but I guess now there is just a lot more structure to it. So here we have the first time trial, I guess, that I'm going to complete over here, and it is this one. Time trial, first steps. We're going to be in the Ibishu Covert, and we're going to go ahead and start the challenge right over here. So for the maximum reward of 1250, we want to complete 3 of the laps that this game has set out for us in this first ever time trial over here, in just under, let me think, just under 1.5 minutes. I think that's what it says. Like, there's, I viewed it literally 10 seconds ago. There's no way I already forgot. Anyways, I'm not sure how strict this is going to be, also considering that this is definitely my first mission. If it's as strict as time trials generally are in BeamNG, then I probably won't be able to complete this first try, and then after knowing the exact layout of this lap, it probably should not at all be an issue. 36 seconds on my first lap, that is actually a pretty nice time, indicating we might actually be on par for completing this under the target time first try. Saved about 5 seconds there on my second lap, and just like that we've completed it, and our time is just shy of the final main objective over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and try this again, and just like that we should definitely have gotten it this time. There we go. Not actually as fast as I thought it was going to be, and I don't actually have the second bonus objective yet. Completing a lap in under 30 seconds. I'm gonna have to retry for that bonus objective right there. There we go. I tried to set myself up for it, and this definitely wasn't my fastest time. However, I did get that 1 lap under 30 seconds, which was the exact goal. So we have everything here now. Now here in the motorsports branch, as you can see, we are working hard on leveling up over to level 2 and collecting these stars here as well. Collecting all of these is definitely going to take quite a large amount of time. Here we can view our little bit of progress in this beginner series, and as you can see, to unlock the intermediate series, we're going to need at least 5 stars in these missions over here, which make up the beginner series. So this looks like a really cool method of progression. I really like the look of this. This is incredibly cool to see, and of course we have these other missions down here as well. Anyways, one thing I did really quickly want to view is if that is also the case for these. So in this case, we just need to actually discover all of the facilities, which you simply get by driving over to them, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Then we have this specialized area, and this does also actually have the series, as you can see, just not as much missions as the motorsports one. The amount of missions here is insane. And then in this adventurer area, it works in the same way as I kind of did expect. It also did have that progression before, but now it's just all got the same incredibly logical layout to it. So here I am at the Shuffleboard Logistics Garage, which is a much larger garage than the one that you spawn in at, and you really just unlock this from the get-go. I assume that there is going to be something with progression here that you unlock it in the future, but for right now, we can just use this for free. So I'm stopping by over here at the exhaust shop for a different reason than you might expect. We are going to be doing some car jockey. Now, although it doesn't pay that much, I do actually think it's a pretty underrated reason to earn some quick money, especially in the early game, because we can just hop right in, accept this job, and drive it. Wow, this is a pretty cool car to drive. I just need to try to not blow up the engine. Wait, did you guys see that? These cars did not stop at that corner right over there. That means something I didn't notice this update yet. AI car improvements. That's fantastic. Oh man, just look at these dynamic mirrors on the Barstow. I hadn't paid any direct attention to it just yet, but dynamic mirrors are so fantastic in BeamNG Drive. Man, I love this. And just like that, I didn't even total this thing. Fantastic. So here arrived, we can go ahead and drop this off, and just like that, we made that little bit of money. Now, the only infuriating thing about doing this early game is the fact that we don't have a lot of options to choose from cars yet, meaning that now, like, I get it, game, okay, that now that I'm here, I can't go anywhere, and I need to reset and take a taxi back to where I was before. You see, what I'd ideally do is take something like the Sunburst over to the Quarryside Auto Sales, and then at the Quarryside Auto Sales, take another car back to this other car dealership somewhere, except I can't do that, and I'm stuck delivering stuff to houses and then having to teleport back. Anyways, for the rest, I do also have to say this is definitely a pretty fun way to earn a little bit of money in this game. I think this might be my sign to stop to stop the car jockey. Yeah. Whoa, that is cool though. Neat. You get these little information things right up here whenever you abandon something like that. That is a lot cleaner than the notification you'd get before. I like it. Very clear as well. I know exactly how much that mistake costed me. To be honest, like $9.90 for totaling a car. I'd probably pay that if I could total another car, like in real life. That sounds fun. Anyways, talking about totaling cars, I'm surprised this one hasn't been totaled yet. The only thing that happened is that this mirror got a little bit bent, but now I just have a nice view of what's going on inside of the car whenever I look in my mirror. Alright, it happened. As you may or may not know, I've kind of been looking the entire episode at the shop consistently, trying to find a specific vehicle. I couldn't find it. I leaked it. Okay, here is the vehicle that I have purchased. As I said, I couldn't find it, so I've edited everything I've recorded until now. Whilst I was editing, I had the game open, kept refreshing the shop every time I could. Every 15 minutes, I believe it happens. And I was finally able to get the Bruckell 9, which is right over here. It was not very cheap, and we no longer have our ETKI series. As you can see, this is the only vehicle we have. And so, in classic BeamNG Drive career mode fashion, I suppose, we are going to install some cargo boxes in this thing and start delivering cargo. Now, I have not driven this car a single time yet since the update, and I have heard that it is a little bit of a pain to drive. However, I won't let it bother me. These are all the cargo boxes we can fit in here, possibly. There's no roof rack we can install on this thing, so no box I can put up there, but this isn't bad, to be honest. Alright, so I'm in, and I must say, these cargo boxes fit suspiciously well. This is really nice. Alright, shift into first, and let's drive off, I suppose. I wonder how bad driving this is actually gonna be. Whoa, it feels powerful. Like, I always thought that 1930s cars would have like 5 horsepower, but like, we can actually pick up some speed in this thing. It's actually probably because I'm in first gear. I reckon we won't get much out of this in how many gears does this have? 3. Alright. I don't think we'll get much out of this in third. Anyways, time to deliver some cargo, I suppose. As for the route, I suppose I'm gonna be running. There's no way I just misshifted there. I'm not gonna be doing anything specific. I think I'm just gonna be visiting as much unique locations as I can. Just like that, doing the deliveries has been completed, which really nice. That was quite profitable, but somehow I was at it long enough that my insurance renewed twice, and obviously because I'm still kind of in the starting phase, we can't take massive packages or the like with us. It wasn't optimally profitable, but it definitely wasn't that bad. As you can see, we have a tiny bit of damage to this bumper over here. Not actually my fault. Another car randomly drove into me whilst I was standing still, mind you. So totally not my fault at all. About this car, this thing is actually incredibly fun to drive. Really, really cool. I really love driving this thing. It is, honestly, surprisingly fun. Some things I have noticed is it didn't have blinkers. Obviously, those, I guess, just didn't exist at the time. That kind of threw me off. There's also no passenger side mirror, which also kind of threw me off, to be honest. And anyways, for the rest, obviously, the suspension is incredibly soft. However, it's still kind of a bumpy ride, which I guess is to be expected from a car from 1934. I should definitely shift here. And there is someone's bumper in the road. Anyways, let's take this turn. I was gonna say let's take this turn a little sharply, and you'll see what I mean. Actually, I know the perfect place to demonstrate how sketchy it is driving this. I totally just cut that guy off. This is why I shouldn't drive whilst recording like this. My bad, dude. My bad, my bad. So we're gonna take this right over here, and then I'm not really going to hold back on this turn. I hope I'm not gonna flip. It's definitely gonna feel like we're gonna flip. And here we go. Like, this is... Okay, obviously you're not the one holding the wheel, but that was incredibly... No, dude, go ahead, go ahead. Incredibly sketchy. Every time that I shift to first gear too, we get the little thing saying synchronizer damage. Every single time, whether I shift from reverse to first, from second to first, third to first, it's always synchronizer damage. So that is a little unfortunate, but I don't think there's much we can really do about that. Anyways, for the rest, as I said, this thing is so fun to drive. Like, it is pretty cool. I did not expect it to be this fun. Oh yeah, one other thing I noticed is kind of the dead zone we have in the steering wheel. Like, look what I'm doing right now with the wheel, and look at how little this vehicle is moving from side to side. Like, that is not something you would see in a relatively new vehicle. Also, for some reason, from the delivery, it says pick up 1 items from current vehicle 55740. I've got no idea what that means. I don't need to pick up anything from anywhere, and I also don't know how to pick up things from my own vehicle. I'm gonna assume that that's just a little bug. Anyways, whilst delivering, I actually leveled up to delivery level 3, which, like, I was at 1 when we started, so that was really, really nice. That means we can transport much larger cargoes now, as well as trailers, which this thing comes with a tow hitch. And I realized that at the Spearleaf Logistics, and I was like, hey, to make a bit of extra money, I should probably just take a trailer with me, because this thing has a hitch. But I wasn't high enough level then yet, but I am now, which is obviously really nice. Anyways, for right now though, I think that was basically that. Hold on, before we end the episode, there's one thing I actually quickly need to do. Almost forgot. We want to open up this progress area over here, and there is going to be a whole bunch of milestones that I can claim. This is going to be a ton of money. Just look at that. What? I did not expect it to be that much. We made like 10,000 there. That's insane. Now, it is actually kind of balanced because in 0.33 they did nerf cargo delivery a little bit, meaning that this is... The fact that I earn money from this is balanced, trust. I'm going to leave it off here. Let me know what you would like to see in the next episode, because there's definitely one on the way. Anyways, for right now, thank you ever so much for watching, and I do of course hope to see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.